Hi, welcome to my YouTube video on Resident Evil 4 on Xbox. We're doing a professional new game S Plus run. I'm going to call this series Like a Pro. It's for Xbox because I've seen how people deal with like chapters and chapter 1 specifically on gaming PCs, and it never quite worked for me, so I'm trying to develop a really go-to guide for Xbox, and it'll probably work with everybody if it works for Xbox, but this is the best way that I found out how to conquer chapter 1 without receiving damage at all, and I hope you enjoy.
Anyone
The
home?
very first thing you're going to deal with is the plaga that comes down into the basement to try to eat you. And I've watched other people that'll crouch by the door. Some people will run a circle. But let me tell you, the easiest 100% foolproof way to not take damage and not have to use any bullets is when you go down the stairs, take a good look at this bench and the right corner, specifically right there. When you come back, you run from that corner to the doorway, then dash back, and when he makes his second lunge, just run around him. No big deal at all. Second lunge, boom. Easy peasy. When you come through this door, just crouch down and take your time. When you hear this guy bust through the other door, you can go through without a problem. I rushed it too early, and he will turn around and throw an axe, and sometimes it'll hit you. So be careful. So you're gonna run up here, you're gonna shoot the bird, you're gonna crack the barrel, you're gonna get your first typewriter. Obviously, going for an S plus, you're not going to save at all, probably up until the Lago. But I am going to swap out this pistol. You can't, if you've got both pistols, you can take both pistols with you, but I'm just going to take the Sentinel 9, my knife. I think I put the charms on that came with the game. And I'm gonna try to shoot these two birds up here. Sometimes they'll leave a ruby, sometimes I leave, money and so forth. But the next challenging part is when you see your first villager in this section, you're not going to shoot him, you're going to run by him. You're gonna stay to the left, and you're gonna avoid a bear trap. But for my theory, my version of the walkthrough, you need to get the flashbang, the herb, and the handgun ammo from the shack. The best way that I've found to do that is not to fight, but just to run in, dodge, grab everything, and run out. Now, we're coming up on the first individual. I call it brushing, just so when you hear me that term. If you brush by them, they won't run dash at you. They'll just go to swing and miss. And that's what I call brushing. You can actually touch them or not. But when you go to the left of the trap right there, swing right, come in. Sometimes on Xbox he will block the door and you will have to block and melee him to get in there, and sometimes not. It's never the same. But I think that's really the trickiest part. So if you time all of that correctly, you're going to run upon this gentleman with the bucket on the right. You don't have to crouch down. You can literally blow right to the right side to kill your first sentry. If she's about to turn around, just get down. They are blind as bats. She will turn around facing you and will not see you. Everything on these drops is random. I've gotten extra grenades. I've gotten shotgun ammo when I was carrying the spare weapon. I've gotten... Yeah, that's what you really want, is one of the small resources, because you need all the handgun ammo you can get. I mean, a secondary grenade for this tactic is optimal. It's very useful to have a secondary grenade. But my tactics, instead of running right into the shotgun room, you're going to want to waste as much time as possible. And the best way to do that is to get the resources you can without alerting everybody. Here's the second sentry going down. Hopefully you get, some good stuff. But if you just get money, you can still do this. That flashbang, and there's a static grenade that you're going to grab right after you shoot your first person and alert everybody. You need to have that flashbang. You're gonna be able to throw it down the ladder and stun everybody if you need to get out of there quickly. Sometimes you can stay up there and kill enough to the bell tolls, sometimes not. I had to play multiple versions to get the one where everything goes pretty much wrong. That way you can probably figure it out. You know, if it does go wrong for you, just know that the reason for the flashbang and the grenade is to get out of there. The PC versions will have you go through that house that I just left, throw a grenade, kill everybody, run and grab the shotgun, throw another grenade, and it blows everybody up. I've tried that probably 100 times, it doesn't work, but this does work for Xbox. And you really need to make sure that you get the headshots in. The Sentinel 9 has a little bit wider of a crosshair. It's not as accurate. You want to make sure that you get those crosshairs nice and small. It should take 2 shots, maybe 3 if you don't get them right in the head, and the second time up, sometimes it only takes 1 well-placed headshot. But here, you know, we are just buying time. Keep an eye on your magazine. If you don't have 3 rounds in your magazine, you need to reload. And if they start getting close and you're not going to do it in time, throw that grenade, it'll blow them right off the ladder. Save the stun grenade for when you need to get out. That stun grenade, you throw it down, grab the herb, fall down through, and run to the shotgun. And if you want to make it really easy on yourself, just unlock the hand cannon. You know, that gets you out of so much trouble if they make it up the ladder, and sometimes you can actually kill the chainsaw man by, you know, hit him in the head a couple times and then throwing your grenade down and get that extra emerald, get a little money early on. Again, I didn't want to use that because, you know, I wanted to make this video popular, and I think most people don't. If you don't have the Sentinel 9, this can be done with the regular pistol. You're going to have to reload a lot faster, and the chances of things going wrong are a little bit higher. But as long as you have that flashbang, if things go wrong, drop it down, throw the grenade first, kill as many as you possibly can. The second time up, throw the flashbang, jump down, go to get the shotgun, and you'll see how to handle it from there. This should buy you plenty of time. I've done this a lot of times, and I've never had to leave the bell tower. Especially if, like, you get a second grenade. As soon as you see a lot of people in there, if you got 2 grenades, throw one down, reload your pistol, and then repeat the process. You gotta be kidding me. Just FYI, you want to make sure that the chainsaw guy is either on the ladder or standing up downstairs when you throw the flashbang. For whatever reason, if he had just fallen down, sometimes the flashbang doesn't stun him and you're going to jump down and die. So I usually wait till he's on the ladder, throw the flashbang, and you can see out, no problem. And you've killed so many people by this time, an easily well-placed grenade. Sometimes right here, when I grab the shotgun, I'll shoot this guy coming through the window, and that's all she wrote. But you're really close to the end, so just try not to get hit. You'll see a bunch of people gathered outside, and I'm just going to toss a grenade just to get out of here. I'm not going to bother wasting any more ammo. Plenty of grenades. Easy peasy.
Huh?
So the hard part's over. I mean, if you can get through this part without being damaged, you really should not take damage on the rest of the level. I think it's rather easy. Just do what I do and you'll be fine. But don't do everything that I do, because here, I think the first building that I go into, where I got this, there's a static drop grenade in there across from this house. I totally forgot to hit a box. It's probably nothing big, but you want to be thorough, but you want to be fast, because, you know, you do have 5.5 hours to do the whole run. You want to rush through areas, because there's other areas that you're going to see that you just can't rush through, and the areas that you know well you should. This velvet blue, you know, I think everyone kind of knows where it's at from the first one, but it's very important to grab that. That's 2,500 coins. And I got this barrel, but then I forgot to go through because there's a secondary, right behind me, there's a secondary box that I just totally didn't hit. Left it out there, and I'm just running around. I've done this so many times, I don't even know why I ran back. I knew I already got everything here, but that cow, when it catches on fire, sometimes it'll knock some of the villagers over and kill them. You know, you'll have like drops of random things, but not all the time. I think it's pretty rare. that grab the handgun ammo, the ruby, and move on to the next part. I really liked the run through of this because it shows you no matter how things go wrong, you can still make it out with no damage just using those tactics. But this does include a mistake because I do not knock the chain off of a door, which I'll point out to you when we get there. Make sure that you do that. It's crucial for Chapter 5, or you're going to end up taking damage most likely, or wasting a lot of ammo. But, you know, we're going to take a right. You don't have to be too stealthy here. You just want to stab 2 people, and then until you put the cogwheel in, you're good. And don't forget the blue medals. You're going to want every spinel or spinal that you can get your hands on. Be wary of the bulls, especially if you're trying to do no damage. Try to keep your distance from them. They get angry for whatever reason, and if they start getting ornery, just shoot it in the head till it dies, because it will hurt you. I'm so mad at it. I took it. I think the last one I did on this, I started going on the outside to shoot this because he just got mad and attacked me multiple times. I couldn't even get up. It was really bad. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. Better to be more careful than not. It's good to note, I don't think, you probably saw it on the screen. There's that one box which is another static drop of a grenade. You really don't want to forget that. Everything else, it's just random. But the most important tactic here is to not detonate this bomb. Be very careful that you don't run into it. That's going to make sure you do not have to fight the, I don't know what you call them, like the Minotaur, the people with the horse masks on that have the sledgehammers. Yeah, definitely don't blow that up. He's going to run into that, as you can see. So I go to the right first. I grab the resources, and another note here, you're going to want to make sure that you completely shoot out the window or knife it out, get the frame out of there, because you'll be able to run and jump through it faster when the frame's not there. I was having some trouble, it looks like. There we go. And yeah, shoot that container because you're not going to want to waste any time. And don't forget the last blue medal. And we're coming up close to where I made a mistake. And the worst part was I didn't even realize it until I was reviewing it, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to redo that chapter. But again, this run-through was so good to show you, when things are wrong in the village, because I've done so many sweet run-throughs of the village, but most likely it's not going to go that way for you. But right to the left, that door, I should have knifed the lock off that door. It's going to come in very crucial. Grab the cogwheel, leave everything else, you'll be back here later. Grab the things off the body and the barrel that you shot. And just, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You don't want to forget the cogwheel because if you have to go back, you might take damage. So get here, open it up, and again, duck under the bomb. If you're doing very well, you should not see anybody on the way out, and you should be at least halfway across this bridge before you hear that C4 detonate. You're going to hear it in a second. Yep. You're good to go here. You might hear him huffing and puffing running across the bridge, but he'll stop at this cart, and this gives you enough time that you just don't have to deal with them. They take so many bullets. On professional, I just don't think it's worth shooting most of them when you can avoid them. If you can get stealth on them, they die with one knife. But you can use your shotgun up here if you're more comfortable with it. But just so you know, the pistol, if you shoot these people that dash at you in the hip, it will stun them, even on professional with no upgrades. that right hit, or my right, or their left hit. See how it stunned her. I think I usually switch to the shotgun up here. Just it's got a bigger pattern, and you're gonna come back to this area anyway, so you'll see me bypass a lot of resources. You'll come back here in chapter 4. But if you try to grab stuff, it makes getting through these people earlier. So avoid the bear traps, squeeze through this area. This guy's not going to chase after you, but he's going to throw a hatchet, and there's a bear trap on the right. Rush him. And look to your right, this guy will charge. And that guy's going to throw dynamite. That's why I keep the shotgun right there. Knife it. You should have plenty of time to get through. Just remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And that's it. Once you made it here, you're good to go. Yeah, definitely don't forget to switch. Another mistake. I should have switched to the kitchen knife that I have, so I don't dull my my good knife. Because I was just in a hurry. I think I grabbed this and run up and knife them. But yeah, use your kitchen knife. It's gonna get disposable anyway. But congratulations. No damage, chapter 1.
Sacrificial lamb.